Selling your home is a big deal financially and emotionally. So whether you're upgrading, downgrading, or relocating, the process, it can be quite overwhelming. And here's the truth. One wrong move can cost you time, money, or even the sale itself. So no pressure, right? Unfortunately, many sellers unknowingly make mistakes that delay their sale or reduce their profit. But don't worry, I've got you covered here. Now in this video, we're going to go over 11 critical mistakes to avoid when selling your home. So if you want to sell quickly and for the best price, keep watching. Pricing your home too high is the cardinal sin in selling real estate. I mean, it's tempting to aim high, thinking you can always lower the price later, but here's the problem. Overpriced homes tend to sit on the market and buyers start to wonder if something is wrong with the property. In fact, the longer a home lingers on the market, the harder it is to sell, and the harder it becomes to sell, well, the more likely you'll have to drop the price, perhaps even multiple times. So the smart thing to do is to consult with a real estate professional and look for comparable home sales in your area to set the competitive price right from the get-go. Pricing your home correctly from the onset will very likely get your home sold faster and for more money than overpricing it and having to reduce the price over and over again to get buyers interested. I get it, your home holds memories. It might be the home where you brought your kids home after they were born, or where you proposed to your significant other, or perhaps where your parents lived. But when it's time to sell, friend, it is down to business. It's a business transaction. So getting too attached can lead to overpricing, which, as we just spoke a moment ago, is a huge mistake. But thinking with your emotions can lead to other issues as well, like, for example, rejecting good offers or getting offended during negotiations when sellers point out issues they'd like to fix or offer you a price that you think is on the low side. Now, the important thing here is to, friend, take a step back and try to view the home through the buyer's eyes. Trust your agent to help you make objective decisions that lead to the successful sale. I mean, after all, they're the expert and it's their job to know how to close the deal. Now, I don't need to tell you that first impressions matter. They do, and your home is no exception with this. If your home's exterior looks neglected, buyers might not even bother to even click on your listing, let alone schedule an appointment to see it in person. I mean, peeling paint, overgrown landscaping, or clutter on the front porch, this can be a really huge turnoff. Thankfully, a little effort does go a long way. Trim the bushes, power wash the walkway, and add some flowers to the walkway. Heck, you might even power wash the siding, wash the windows, or do some minor updates like painting the front door or adding new door hardware or upgrading the house numbers in the mailbox. All of these things, man, like a chocolate and a nice turn-down service, it all adds up. The point is that a welcoming exterior sets the tone for how people perceive your home. Make that first impression really matter, and it's more likely you're going to get more showings and increase the likelihood of getting an offer. A cluttered or empty home makes it much harder for buyers to picture themselves living there, which is why, friends, staging is really important. Now, you don't need to spend thousands on professional staging either. You can declutter, rearrange furniture, and add some neutral decor to make the home feel much more inviting. Perhaps adding some fresh interior paint is going to do wonders as well, and that's something, hey, you can do yourself. Now, if it's within budget though, hiring a professional stager can be a worthwhile investment to maximize the appeal of your home. Now, this is definitely something that you can discuss with your real estate agent, and they can tell you if staging is worth it for your property, the neighborhood, and of course the price point. Minor issues like a leaky faucet, cracked tile, or a broken door handle may seem small in the big picture of things, but they send a message to the buyer, what else is wrong? Plus, there's an accumulating effect or a compound effect that takes place here. If buyers repeatedly see things that need to be addressed, it could literally scare them off, even if these issues are minor. Now, that being the case, address repairs before listing your home. A pre-listing inspection can help identify any deal breakers so you can get them fixed ahead of time. Alternatively, you can also offer a credit to the buyer to address needed repairs after the closing, or simply lower the asking price to reflect the cost of making such repairs. Now, the more showings that you allow, the more chances that you have for the sell of the home. The probability is going to go up. So if you make it difficult for buyers to schedule a time for viewing, they might just move on to another property. So flexibility is absolutely key here. Accommodating showings, even if it's inconvenient for you, can make a world of difference, can make a big difference in how quickly that you sell your home. But you shouldn't hover at showings either. Now, as much as you might want to be there to point out your home's best features, friends, buyers need the space to explore and imagine themselves living there. So if you stick around, they may feel a little uncomfortable and rush through the showing. So make yourself scarce, leave your home, get out of the neighborhood, and just go down to Starbucks or go see a movie and let the real estate professionals handle the showings. It's part of their job, so let them use their expertise to get your home under contract. The highest offer isn't always the best one. Now, if it comes with contingencies, financial issues, or uncertain closing timeline, it could end up being a major headache. So rather than automatically going for the highest or the biggest number, work with your real estate agent to carefully evaluate each offer. Together, you can consider factors like financing, contingencies, and the buyer's ability to close on time to determine which of these offers is going to be the best deal. Every home has its unique selling point, so whether it's a spacious backyard, an updated kitchen, or a great location, your real estate agent will work hard to ensure that these features are highlighted in the listing and during the showing. Now, on the flip side, you don't want to dwell on the negative. So if you have a small kitchen, for example, focus on the functionality or the convenient layout rather than the lack of space. Likewise, if there's no ensuite bathroom, for example, in the primary bedroom, focus on the size of the shared bath or recent updates to the bathroom that might help the buyers overlook the fact that there is a private primary bath. Another huge mistake that sellers might make is listing the property at the wrong time. Though the best time to sell does vary by location, generally, spring or early summer see the most activity. Why is that? Well, it's quite simple. First, buyers with children look for spring and early summer so they can hopefully find a new place and get moved in before the next school year starting. Second, as the temperature warms up and the weather gets really nice, they naturally head outdoors. I mean, after all, who wants to look at houses in the dead of winter? Well, I guess here in Southern California, it really doesn't make it. And we do get a little rain here, but those of you up in the snowy areas, you know what I'm talking about here. Look, there's market considerations to make for this as well. So for example, selling during the buyer's market means that you'll likely have to make some concessions, like lowering the asking price to facilitate a sale. Conversely, selling during a seller's market puts you into the driver's seat and it can result in a much higher sales price and more favorable contractual details. But timing to sell based upon market conditions, this can be tough and can be a little tricky. So I don't want to sound like a broken record or echoing what I've said a few times in this video, but working with a qualified real estate agent who has expertise in your local market can make it a world of difference and much easier for you to time your listing right and minimize all the mistakes that I've discussed in this video. So with that said, you have a few tips on the mistakes to avoid when putting your home on the market. Remember, selling your home, it doesn't necessarily need to be a stressful or complicated process, but avoiding these kind of mistakes, you'll set yourself up for a smoother, faster, and hopefully a more profitable sale. And hey, if you're thinking about selling your home and want somebody in your corner who truly knows Orange County and Southern California, I'd love to help. I lived and worked here for nearly 30 years and understand what makes this area and the real estate market so unique. So whether you're just starting to think about selling or you're ready to take the next step, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to answer questions. offer guidance, and help you make the most of your sale. Now, with that said, as I'm getting ready to close out these cameras, if you found this video helpful, give it a big old fat thumbs up. It really does help with the whole YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe for more real estate tips. And if you have any questions about selling your home, drop them in the comments. I'd love to help. With that said, friends, I'm going to be getting out of here, so I will see you in the next video.